Hello everyone, and thanks a lot for taking place in my little poll concerning a RaceRoom custom championship with the DTM 95. With 82% pro the championship, for me that's a relatively clear decision. And of course, I'm happy to now be able to do this championship. Been looking forward to it for quite a while, and in this video I'm going to show you how I set it up. This, of course, is a single-player event and a championship. And as you can see, I've already created championships, test reasons. But what I'm going to do now is to set it up properly so for you to see what I picked and why I picked it. Let's create a new one then. And, well, the main question is, of course, I mean, it's DTM 95. What car am I going to pick? And yeah, I'll pick the number 8 Alfa Corse by Nicola Larini. Back in, I think, 93, he became champion in the first Alfa year. But then came the 95 season, he had a pretty bad year, and I'd like to make up for that a bit. Also, I love the car, it looks fantastic, and I mean, I'm prepared for that, so it's going to be the number 8 Alfa Romeo. I've already selected my group of cars, and this is the grid. I'm going to have 31 cars in total, and of course, I removed the number 8 Alfa by Larini, and I removed the second number 12 Michele Alboreto. Yeah, we've got 2 Marco Allens, and well, I went for the McDonald's. I like that better. So let's apply that. And in case you didn't know, you can pick whatever you want, hit the plus or minus button, and that's one thing I'd recommend. Save the selection if you're going to use it another time. Here, now I'll hit apply. And there we go, guys. Well, this is one of the most interesting and crucial questions here. Will I use adaptive AI? Yes or no? Normally, I go between 100 and 103, 4, depending on the car and track and whatever, and how skilled I am. But in this case, yes, I will go for adaptive AI, short AAI. And why? Because actually, I liked it. In the beginning, I did a couple of test races. I didn't like it that much. But then I did some research, and I actually read that you need to be patient. And the reason for that is that the AI learns with every race you do. The recommendations on the forums are do about 4, 5, 6 short races of a couple of laps, 5, 6 laps with the same R track combo. And actually, that's no problem. That's done in 5, 6, 7 minutes. And after these couple of events, the AI is pretty much up to your pace. And this is actually what I'm looking for. As always in these championships, I'd like to find the sweet spot between challenge and authenticity. I want to become champion. If I'm driving flawlessly, I want to be in the position to win a race, win the championship. And I still want to have the option or a chance to finish, let's say, in the top 5 with only slight mistakes, so to say. And I think the adaptive AI implies that. That's also new for me. I haven't done a whole championship with adaptive AI, but I'm going to do that here. So, time of day is, of course, afternoon, and for a bit more, let's say variety, I'm going for clouds random. So for every session we're going to do, it's going to be randomized and newly calculated. Time multiplayer will be 4 times. Damage is full. Tire wear is on. Of course, fuel use is on. Practice is off. I will do that outside of the actual championship session, so I don't need that. Then, rules preset. There's nothing that is perfectly applicable, but choosing custom preset here is the right one. One thing I miss, though, is the option to select a score type. So the default score type here is luckily the right one. Rewards the first 10 cars. like in today's F1, it's 25, 18, and 12, 10, 8, and so on, up to 1 point for P10. That's okay, yeah? Then, qualifying type, I'll do just a single session of 20 minutes, but as most of the tracks are pretty short, as you can see with lap times around 1 minute or even below, that's more than enough. Then, and that's also very cool here, like in AMS2, we can pick either minutes or laps. Here I'm going for 15 minutes and 2 races. And that's so cool because you can combine it with the Race 2 grid. That's a feature I would also love in AMS2. You can pick what the grid of the second race will look like from this drop down. It's either like qualifying, you can pick a reverse Q1, that would also be interesting, or you can pick the round 1 or race 1 result or reverse race 1 result. Yeah, a lot to think about. I'm going for the race 1 result because this is what they did back in 1995. That's actually authentic. Also, start mode, we can pick rolling start, standing start. They had a rolling start, so also authentic. Cut track penalties. I'll be going with a drive-through. Flag rules, yes. Pick complete, why not? Mandatory pit stop, no, they didn't have any, unless something bad happened. Additional lap, no. Minimum pit stop duration, not relevant. Disqualification or late penalties, no. That's big no. And success weight, no, they didn't have any additional weight or success in 1995. That ended, I think, in 92 or 93. Would have loved that, actually, and also to have the option to adapt and adjust the weight, but it's not there. We don't need it. So this is essentially the settings of the championship. So in short, it's 2 races per event or venue, and for race 2, the grid will be the result of race 1. Now for the fun and exciting part. Going to be 6 rounds. More or less, most of the tracks they also had in 1995, at least for the DTM championship. Not so much for the ITC, but that's also not what I'm looking for. And since we've got with the Avus, Fliegerhorst Diepholz, and the Hockenheim Classics tracks 4 new tracks in there that are relevant for the 1995 championship, of course now I can pick them. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. The first race took part in April on the short version of the Hockenheim track. So this is going to be the first one. Then going to be the Avus in the 1994 layout, of course. Then, if I'm not mistaken, the Fliegerhorst Diepholz, the Norrisring, also a classic. Basically, straights, hairpins, chicanes. But it's cool. I mean, it sort of guarantees the most exciting, well, dogfights on the road, so to say, with a lot of elbowing, many overtaking maneuvers, and very close results. Venue number 5 will then be Nürburgring. Unfortunately, not in the classic version they had back in 1995. But nevertheless, this is the one they raced on layout-wise. And of course, and this is something I'm looking forward to even more, is the finale then, like it was in real life, on the Hockenheimring Classic, almost 7 kilometers, super high speed. And that's also going to be an extreme contrast to the Avus Diepholz Norrisring track, and also the short version of the classic Hockenheim track, which is also a very tight and narrow and short track. Nürburgring is, well, something in between. Second longest lap time, I guess, of the 6. But it's also a pretty technical track. The only real high-speed track is the original Hockenheim Grand Prix. And this is it, guys. That's essentially it. These are my 6 tracks. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm now going to start first event at Hockenheim. I taught the AI. I have done a couple of test races yesterday, and it should be good and fine now. I'm not actually considering a win, but yeah, well, a top 10 result and gaining the first points, that'd be cool. Stay tuned, because the first actual race video is going to come very soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good time. Enjoy your racing, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.